There we go. So this is a bit of a strange video I'm planning to do, because while I say planning, I was looking through some messy worlds and was like, alright, I'm gonna see, I can delete this one. And I thought, let me have a look, and I went, yes, the discount adventure map. I don't even know what I was bloody building at the time, so yeah. So I thought, I'll record and show it off. Right now we're at the facility question mark, and it appears to be a bunch of snow, yeah. So we have what is the time I built my JPM tank hull with a knocked off block apparently. It's really covered in snow. So it's a missile version, and it's probably doubling as the AA protection for this facility, which is kind of neat. Is it actually? No, it's just here. And we have a door that does not open. No, it does open. There is a button. It's also a button panel. So is this early warfare? It looks like. Or potentially is. So from the looks of it, the idea was you can open the door, some turrets defending it, then you enter this side, which is kind of barricaded off, and some of our troop transport trucks. Bit of a motor pool, I do believe. And oh, might as well actually let's take a truck. We'll take a truck. I think the problem was with this idea. I think the game was sort of struggling with trying to make a convincing motor pool grids and stuff. But oh well. Oh crap. But Christ alive, it's not a good ramp. Crash diving to like 231 meters. Yeah, I've gone up a couple. How have I've gone up? Nope, back down again. As shown, like I said, it's got a tunnel, so that's probably going for some sort of vibe. Oh, the turrets are activated. Crap, 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 crap. I forgot. Like I said, I haven't actually played this world forever, so I brought the bloody thing forward. These are armored boxes for a reason. And that didn't work. But I'm close enough to actually see the dump turrets. I actually did damage the turret because that took a couple shots. There we go. So yeah, I believe this was sort of an assault the facility style of objective on this map. And we have open doors, corpses. So yeah, this is sort of some sort of facility as a reactor. I believe this was just mirrored to appear as a broken corridor. I believe it actually goes absolutely nowhere after that. But what was here was, I believe, if my memory that's coming back to me, the more I look at this, was a lift. And then it got no further than that. I've just let myself down here. Great! So since I do plan on deleting this world, because it is a little bit Useless. I mean, it was some nice interior work that I never had need of. Reminds me of my Dreadnought actually, because the interior is the same color scheme. Pretty cool, yeah. So yeah, that's currently the facility. We'll fly out. Oh, crap. So it becomes a question that I think theoretically this is quite defendable because so if you're getting attacked by rockets, we can even test that with a rocket launcher because this is like pre-warfare, but I think warfare railgun things don't do well against terrain. Yeah, so it kind of. So the idea was snow was piled up, so technically it was quite covered and armored against bombardment. Also, so if this was hostile, you could probably attempt to take it out. I say attempt, it'd be more like that. Anyway, that's this shithole, so let's go somewhere else. Because there's more stuff apparently on the world. That I've GPS. So we have apparently a satellite. If my memory serves me right. This was intended to be a scouting ability because it has a laser antenna. Yes, I remember now. Crash site facility. So we'll ignore the crash site for now. I think the reason this was intended was yes. So I think the idea was the signal blip was meant to be this tower. So the idea was you crashed and you went get a signal from this tower. Somehow get your way up here. That looks a nice ramp there, and sort of pop up to what is clearly a quite a tall tower with a thruster on. I believe that was meant to be sort of like a hydrogen refining gag, whatever it was meant to be. There's also a ladder. So yeah, it's quite a potential. This is. I remember now. It was a jumping puzzle. It's quite a good tower actually. I forget. So this is sort of I don't think I was putting turrets on, but I think the idea was you could go up for hydrogen, but it was designed to be a bit of a jumping puzzle if you couldn't. Also potentially a base saying the crash site's only down the road. But crap. That didn't work. Probably didn't go high enough for jumps. I'll change the physics. So yeah, you've got climb the ladder, riveting gameplay, but yeah, it was kind of now go to the top. Then we hit, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, it does work still. Then we have this going on, which is the so you go up here. I just won't climb ladders. And if I do believe you could go up there, but was the idea for this one so you can go like that? So yeah, if you want to get on this platform, to then get onto, if you want to do that, get up onto here. Then you can go onto this ladder, which I think was the final ladder. And these are the window. What the fuck are these? I don't actually remember. What are you? What are you? The viewports, yes. And of course you've got the door, so you'd have to. Might be something like these, I don't know. Because it was kind of in process. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was some. I think the idea there was sort of an idea of was it abandonment of the planet, if I roughly remember. Yeah, I think there was a bit of an idea to sort of create an idea of that. The facility was the cause for an evacuation of the planet, so there was some original idea which I think I started here with, great view. So yeah, uh, how are we busting out of here? Bizarre. Alright, yeah, so remember rightly, this was meant to represent sort of like a hydrogen burn off. Or for gag-wise, was... But it has no power, it has no power. Quickly. Oh, sorry, it didn't have enough power. Forgot about that feature. Yeah, this was the gag. Which would be quite interesting to have sort of a drifting platform to survive on. Oh, there was something over there as well. I have to go check that out. Don't think there's anything else. Anyway, we'll leave that to drift and see for later. I think celebration-wise, I didn't like that platform, but was this station named? Because it might save the tower. I know I've just blown up all the doors and crap, but it can be fixed later. No. Do I want to save the tower? Oh, it's going like yeah. This. Oh, I remember now. Leave it there. I do believe it's meant to be. Was it in here? That. Okay. Does this facility have any power? No, it doesn't. Let's try that now. Uh, I forget how to use these bloody things, but yeah, this was meant to connect to the satellite so you could scout ahead. So it was sort of an orbital viewing station was the idea. But since it's being awkward, it should technically be connected. But hey, we'll do something comical and knock down the tower. Like I said, I could probably would want to save this, but it's not the best tower in the world they've made. So what we're going to do now, I do believe, is do that. So we remove that layer. So you want it now to start angling. Then we start moving this. It should be going, like I said, this should actually follow because it's properly timber. So remember right, yes. The miniature story was that this facility was like everything's like brand new and pretty okay. But for some reason quarantined. Story's not important. Like I said, I think I literally wrote that one. Fuck me for that tall of a tower that. It's a fair old fall. Maybe having a warhead one would have been funny. I mean, survive the fall. Let's check out whether this was over here. It's quite a difference that. Yeah, I think this was some sort of observation. Ah, yes. This was meant to be the tower, and this was a satellite launch part. A little bit abandoned. And of course, if we go up to satellite to actually now check out its function, it's quite a bloody high orbit, but. Uh, 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 uh. Let's put a seat on it. Because you're meant to control. Use the Gatling to sort of scout locations. So there's the tower. That's going to be over there. Yeah, the crash site. Facilities that way. Rebel location. What the fuck? I don't even remember now. Can't remember if it was more like a corporation based sort of like. Yeah, like I said, the story was kind of abandoned for unknown circumstances, which is probably the best. What the fuck's this one? Rebel location. I do have a memory, and I think it was tunnel. By the guess of it, we have to let the terrain load. Yes. So it's what it was meant to be. This was a sort of, I would say, corruption, lack of human care, and yeah. So this is underground wines in our sort of a facility. A bit worn down, a bit unlike some of the official stuff, which was just still like in place and new. This is more abandoned and unwanted, and my awful voxel skills kind of helps with the theme. The facility, well, abandoned all. Alpha station. Yes, I always plan to build an Alpha station. Other personnel have been dealt with. Other than, I don't know what bloody shit with names. What the fuck? I've never really reread this before. Yes, so military experience company. So I think we're sort of a frontier style idea of, I don't know. It was very much missing. I think problem was I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work, so I sort of rough drafted everything. So this is, yeah, so basically, potentially the crash site, or the tower led you here, this led you to the facility which we saw. So I think the idea was sort of, you had a company, doing stuff with the planet, claiming it, whatever, doing stuff, and it was sort of where something's up, and then all the posts start getting abandoned, and it was meant to be a bit like a surreal. Well, technically, with Space Ninjas wise, you can't really have live people without having it scripted, and what the fuck crashed? Do I even know what this is? Ah, yes, this is the cargo transport that I've used in a survival series that died off. So the bridge fucked gloriously. Some trauma. Yeah, so of course it was either amnesia as well, or actually I think the problem was the model, either it's fixed or had a puncture hole. Yeah, he has bullet wounds in his head, so it's kind of. So I believe the suggestion was you either worked for the company or it was kind of like I said, something's going on. You've crashed or been shot down. Bit of a shit clue mystery. It's probably years old. This one now. I mean, this ship is still pretty good. Actually, think. Oh my god. Ah, it has this in it, which I think was the idea with your mobile home, because this was potentially, or the task was to somehow get this out. Because cargo hold was empty, so yes, the ship was empty. And a pretty okay crash, sort of like it's hit the soft sand and skid a bit. So yeah, this was a very strange and not thought through or finished at all sort of mini adventure thing I tried to make. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I forgot about this ship. Might need to rebuild it or retrofit. Sorry, because I think it still looks. I mean, for a cargo ship, it's not going to be special, but yeah. I've been Jim. Discord shall be in the description. Don't know how I lost speaking then, but I did. And yeah, see you next one. Goodbye, and have all the fun, good days, and all that. Good nights, good times, whatever. That's the most worst exiting greeting. It's not a greeting, it's an exit. Is it a goodbye? That's a word I'm thinking. Ah, fuck it. Stop recording now.